Oh, that's a different screen. I've never seen that before. Anyway, um, s- waiting. See who comes in. Oh, hello, Tennille. Is that how you say that, Tennille? Oh my. Hello, everybody. Um, it's a new screen for me, so I'm trying to figure out where everything is at. Can you hear me? So I, is my mic working? I think surely because Tennille. Okay. Um, well, hello. Nice to see everybody in here. I was not expecting people to hop in so quickly. How is everybody? Awesome. Uh, it has been a crazy, crazy busy week for me. I have been working, working, working. This evening is like the first evening where I've actually got to sit down and work on some crochet. Hold on, let me adjust this just a touch. I think that's a little better. Um, how has everybody's week been for them? Oh, the light is too bright. Is that better, or is that too dark? Sorry, I think I have a delay, so I'm trying to like wait and see. Okay, that's better. No problem. Um, I've been playing with this behind me, putting some stuff. I think I'm gonna do like some rods, so that I can hang things better. Um, hello, Nelly. Hello, Robin. Kevin. Oh goodness, I've got 27 people in here. Oh my. First time going solo live. I've been um, a guest on another live, and I've got some live stuff coming up. So I figured maybe I would do like a little pop up and sort of test it out um, before, you know, going on those lives. LJ Custom Crochet. Oh, Lola. Busy, busy, busy. Everyone just left for my son's birthday. Oh, well, happy birthday to your son. Birthdays are fun no matter which birthday it is that you're turning. I always enjoy my birthday, so happy birthday to him. Uh, oh yeah, the color choices, and these are all the same skein of yarn. Like this is all these all three of these are the mandala uh, bonus bundle in Meowth. I just color controlled them differently. This one back here in the corner has no pink in it. It's just the browns and creams and tans. And then both of these are patterns from TL Yarn Crafts. And then this one, of course, is Crystal from Bag a Day. This is her post virus. Um, I had a lot of fun with this one. It's where I learned that I really, really love virus pattern. It's probably my favorite. Um, and I guess a lot of people really like it. I guess it is an easier stitch pattern, and it builds up really quick, and I really like it. It's the only crochet stitch or pattern that I can do where I can sort of like almost mindlessly do it. And I can even look away and keep doing it a little bit. So that kind of builds that confidence of like, ooh, maybe like one day I will be able to do that, like look away from what I'm stitching. And oh goodness, I'm so behind on comments. Let's see. I'm so sorry, everybody. It's hard. I'm not used to keeping up with um, all of that. I guess I should try to get accustomed to that. Let's see. Uh, Thrifty Crocheter just finished my first live too. Oh, congratulations! That's awesome. Um, Now, Cherry Reynolds, is it Cherry or is it Cherie on that? You're doing amazing. My mom, Nana June 86, loves your channel. That's awesome. That's so exciting. Tell her. that I'm excited that she really likes my channel. I'm just really still just kind of in amazement overall and so humbled, and I just can't believe that I'm as close to 1,000 subscribers already, and it's been like a week, and it's a lot, guys. It's a lot, and I'm really doing my best trying to keep up with all the comments and reading the things, the emails, um, you know, trying to I try not to leave anybody out or let them feel like I'm not paying attention because I'm absolutely paying attention. I read every single comment, and it means a lot. It's just if you are commenting on my stuff and I haven't directly responded or written a reply, I'm sorry. Keep doing it. I promise I will. It's just it's a lot and I'm new and learning, so bear with me on that. Um, my mom's top is amazing. Sorry, did she respond to uh oh, cheery. Oh, cool. That's really pretty. I like that. Let's see. Hello there. You're so talented. Thank you for sharing with us. Oh, that's very nice of you, Garnet. I appreciate that a lot. Let's see. Good evening, everyone. Hope all of you are having a wonderful day. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day too. I've had a good day, but the first part of it was really busy. I've actually been working with my mother, ripping out and redoing her partner's bathroom and closet area, and it's a very old house, and so it was a lot. We had some 12-hour days. Monday and yesterday, and then today we finished up at like 5 o'clock. And we're still not totally done, but we got it to a point where we can leave it and pick it up next week. And so I'm thankful for that. Um, I know, Nelly, 912. It's like a huge sort of shock, and I still every time I see it, the number has grown. It's like that much more unbelievable, and just I don't know. Thank you guys so much for wanting to be here and wanting to see the things that I'm working on and doing. Um, Amy Elizabeth, sorry, I started to read it and then it went away. I don't know if you took it away. Let's see. JB's. Hey, JB's. I've been crocheting for 20 years and still have to keep a close eye on my stuff. Yeah, that like I've not been crocheting very long at all, but I see people do it all the time. Like they're just crocheting away and they're like looking, at the camera and seem like they just every once in a while would maybe glance down at the crochet. But if I did that, I'd have a mess. None of my stitches would be set, and I'd be skipping things. It would not be good. Um, Melinda H is my first live with you. You're awesome. Oh, thank you. And the little soap emoji. Um, Mama Winch is here. I've got 43 people, guys. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay. Nerves, right? Just throw them in a box and put them away somewhere. Um, Cherry, I wasn't sure either. No problem, Deb. It's awesome that you crochet and make soaps. I try. I I try. Right now with this being like it is, and I don't want anybody to feel left out. Like every free second it's really went towards trying to you know guide this YouTube thing down the a path where oh the chat will be listening, getting the little one ready for bed, leave you running. Well, thank you. Hope you're able to get your little one to sleep. I know sometimes that's not the easiest task in the world. um let's see. I'm totally impressed with your work. Can't wait to see your journey. Thank you, Regina. That's very nice. We're in Michigan and the weather is amazing here today in the 70s. It was warm here today. It was where's my phone? Let's look. It was 86 a little bit ago, but now it's finally cooled down and it's 81. So it was very warm. But luckily I didn't have to do anything outside today. We were working inside on repairing that bathroom. So, you know, that counts for something, I suppose. Let's see. Uh, is it Allie McMillan? You're awesome. Thank you. You're awesome. Um, let's see, Caroline. Hello, Karen H. I enjoyed your soap video. Thank you. I have gotten such a big like outreach or like pouring in of support from that, and the number of emails and requests on my soaps and people wanting to see tutorials and that have questions about the soap making process and the ingredients and stuff. I have been taking tons of notes on trying to put some things together for video ideas, and I think one of the first things that I'm going to do, I have a video coming up that I'm going to get out a bunch of like the ingredients and stuff and just sort of show some of the things that, you know, typically go into the soap making process, and like some of the like standard ingredients. And I have a few things that I can show that maybe some people haven't ever seen before or heard of. And I think it'd be an interesting little show and tell on the soap process. But there will be like a soap making tutorial, I guess, if you want to say that. I'm no like soap expert, but I have been doing it for a little while, and I think I make pretty decent soap. But you know, I might be biased on that. Um, take a deep breath. I know, uh, right? Um, Mom's been crocheting for 75 years, and me for 45, and we both still have to watch our work. Wow, your mom's been crocheting for 75 years. The things that she has had to have made in that time, I would love to see those. That's got to be awesome. Um, Hi, Joseph and everyone. I'm Regina. Behind the thumbs, can we catch up? Oh yes, I wasn't even thinking about thumbs. You guys, thummies are important. That would be awesome, awesome, awesome. Um, Thank you. That completely wasn't even on my mind. Let's see. Mama Winch, aka Mary Ann. 87 degrees outside. Yeah, it's been getting warm here. I'm like, oh goodness, I miss I miss the cooler weather already. Um, 82 here in Middle Tennessee. That's not too far from where I'm at. I'm in Western Kentucky, so you know, right there. Um, Oh, thank you, Katrina. You shared me out on the community tab. Very nice. I've been getting so much of that. It just every time I see a notification that somebody like put me in like a video description, or that they tagged me on something, it's just more and more humbled each time, and I it's crazy, and I don't even know how to thank everybody, and it's it's really awesome. Um, He'd watch you make soap. It's very interesting. It is. I really enjoy the soap making process, especially the hot process. It's fun. It's not like big exciting business, but it is fun to watch, especially because you don't have to apply heat, like, and it cooks itself in the container, and you can like watch it start to rise and then like volcano and sort of like have the reaction, and then you have to like mix it back down so that it doesn't keep rising, because it will, and it can overflow, and nobody wants that big soapy mess. It is not fun. So it's pretty cool though. um, let's see. Jill Fountain 87 in Mississippi today. Uh, Allie Art Effects. Hello, Allie. Love to crochet. 45 thummies. 45. That's awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Um, oh, Antonio. Hey, Antonio. Um, ah, Goodness. Let's see. Oh, I'm so behind on chat. I feel and nervous. You can probably tell. I'm a little uh, flustered. Let's see. Um, 61 here. See, I wish that would be wonderful. I would love that. That'd be great. Switch temperatures with you, JB. That would be fun. Just magically, you know, throw the whole world into chaos because we move temperature streams around. Um, I have a friend that makes soap and beard oils and sells them. I looked into the beard oil stuff. And it's definitely something that I should do, because Lord knows that the ones you buy at the store are ridiculous prices, and I don't really like the scents of a lot of them. I'm not really into smelling like a pine tree. It's not my favorite thing in the world, so Um, but patchouli, I like that, and that's in a lot of the um, those beard oils as well. So that works. I do enjoy that. That's a really nice oil. Um, you just have to make sure if you're a little tip. I don't know any of you know much with essential oils and stuff, but patchouli is considered a hot oil. So you do want to make sure if you're mixing that in like with other like carrier oils and stuff, you want to really make sure it's super diluted in that carrier oil because if the ratio is too high on the patchouli, it can irritate your skin. Um, Oils like patchouli, cinnamon, things like that can all have that effect. Peppermint is kind of that way too with some people. Not everybody. Some people can put it directly on their skin, but I have encountered people who have a hard time with that. So just make sure to get that dilution right. Anyway, that was a weird side tangent, but um, well, thank you, Marianne. That's awesome. All the shout outs have been absolutely just awesome. I thank you, everybody, again. Just I don't know. That's all I have for now. That and just keep making content for you guys because everybody seems to be enjoying it. So I will definitely be continuing. I have plans. I've got things that I'm working on, waiting on a few things to come in and be able to get set up for certain things, but all in good time. And we'll roll down this strange new path together. Um, let's see. Hi to all in chat. Oh, I am behind in comments. Let's see. Uh, oh, Yarn Barf. Hey, Christy. Dawn Aaron, too. Oh, my goodness. Everybody's here. Let's share my beautiful sis. Antonio. I'm trying not to miss anybody's comments. And Margaret. Hello, Margaret. Someone dumped an entire bottle of patch on a favorite Afghan. Oh, no. Yeah, that would be really strong. That would be, like, breathtaking. Just a whole bottle of patchouli oil just on a blanket. You need to hang that outside for a while or something. That would be intense. Um, thank you, Lola. That's very nice. And I'm trying to be here for everybody else too. I've been trying to watch videos and you know like and I'm subscribing to all the Yarny community and family that I can. I don't even know how many channels I'm sub to right now. I know it's a lot, but I'm trying to give that support back to everybody where I can. Uh, Yarn Works and Crafts and more by Lydia. Hey Lydia, thank you. I'm trying. Never done this live stuff before, so trying to get it down. The groove will fall in place at some point, I would assume. Other people, I see them do the lives, and they manage like keeping up with all the comments and talking about the thing that they wanted to talk about and everything, and my mind just gets really scattered. Let's see. Um, let's see. Washed it several times. Yeah, I would think so, and that smell probably even clung on through those washes. I because it's a very strong aroma, so it takes very little of that to be lasting. So a whole bottle is a lot and expensive if you're spilling the whole bottle on there. Depending, of course, I guess on the brand of oil, but the brands don't really matter a whole lot with certain oils. I think most of them are sourced from the same places, just different labels, like yarn. Um, uh, about the 70s or 80s. Uh, Hi Tank, hi Dawn. Oh Tank, hi Tank. Sorry, I've missed you and you've been in here longer. Thank you, Margaret. I just need to remember breathe, right? It'll all be fine. It's just yarn and just friends, right? No reason to be stressed. Um, let's see. Sharon loves purple. I love purple. It's a good color. Apparently, it's a super common favorite color. A lot of us in the Yarny community really enjoy purple. Some people don't like pink though. I think pink is a great color. Um, the things we're talking about, I wasn't sure if you were talking to me. I'm in sloth mode. Sloth mode. Same. My body is very exhausted after those few days of working on that bathroom. It's been, and nothing on it was simple. Nothing was quick. Everything that we thought would be fast and like, oh, that won't take very long. Like we would like rip something out and then found that, the like support beams underneath needed to be reinforced because the house is over 100 years old and things weren't as sturdy as what they should have been, and then we had to kind of start from the bottom and go up, and then that added hours of time and lots of extra stuff. uh, you know Old houses. I felt a little bit like Bob Vila for the last couple of days. Like maybe I should have filmed the home improvement stuff and put that on here for everybody to watch that. Watch me be miserable and get irritated at construction equipment. Um, yeah, and Regina, that that it is getting. I'm finding a little bit more of a groove on running the stuff and trying to keep like all um, the back office, I guess if you want to call it that kind of stuff, like with YouTube, sort of like sorted out, and I'm getting more on a schedule of like, well, in the beginning, I was like checking it every like 30 seconds or something, but now I like will let things build and then kind of give myself breathers between um, going and like seeing and reading all the comments and doing all that. But I'm trying to learn to pace myself, and it will all be fine in the end, and we'll get there together, and it'll be great. Um, love your projects. Well, thank you, Mary King. Let's see. LJ Custom Crochet. Antonio. Ellen's Crochet Channel. Hello, Ellen. I did. I made that joke with my mom earlier. Oh, and for those of you who have been curious and wanting to see it, um, I should have pictures of mom wearing the top that I made for her tomorrow. So I'll be posting a thing about that so that everybody can see, because I've had a lot of people ask and say that they wanted to see her wearing it. I don't know if I'll be able to get her on a video, but she did agree to do pictures, so I will have pictures, and I'll put together a little thing for that. Um, redo floor bridge, redo seal, redo play. Yes, yes, Tank. It was all of those things, and then 100 more, just to get to the things that we thought we for what we were just going to be able to do. Um, for that name, I've shown a long time. Yeah, I've like, it's just one of those names from, like, when I was little and seeing that on TV, it just stuck in my head. Kind of like anybody remember, like, the Scruff McGruff, take a bite out of crime thing? Like, for whatever reason, even though all these years have passed now, like, I still remember that, like, to send a letter to Scruff McGruff, it's Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652. Like, I don't know why that's stuck in my head, but now here I am almost 40, and that's like something even now I think about it every once in a while. I'll be making a sandwich and I'm like, Scruff McGruff's address. Like, what's wrong with me? I don't know. Um, just enjoy yourself along the way. Regina, I feel like that is such good advice, not just for this like YouTube stuff, but for just life. Like it's so important, and it's so easy in today's world to get bogged down with everything and just forget to enjoy yourself and forget to just have fun and just live in the moment, you know? So that's good advice. It was like a living doll in it. She she'd get a kick out of that comment. Let's see, Don Aaron. do a group chat while working on it. Does anybody in here know right now? Because it's 7:03. Like, does anybody know of any lives scheduled this evening? Because like, I enjoy watching other people's lives too, so I don't want to like be missing them with me on here doing this. Um, and also, if they are doing a live at a certain time, like since there's 72 of us in here, we could like do a little raid on their live. Um, let's see. Let's, let's see. Tanky tank. My both sons. Well, thank you. I'm assuming that's a good thing. I hope that's a good thing. Mothers and their sons, right? You know, my mom is the best mom. I, I'm very confident in that statement. Um, hopefully, I'm going to try to do this on a more regular basis, just because it's a lot of fun, and I love spending time with all of you guys, and that's why I try to catch all the other lives that I can and be in the chat. And a lot of times I just find myself like enjoying sitting there, like reading everybody's conversation. And then I'll be like, oh, yeah, I should probably chime in and, take part in the conversation. But I just zone out and I read, and I don't know. It's fun. It's like being at a big like family get together or something every time. Oh, Antonio, you and Tank. I don't know. Mess. There's always lives going. There is always lives going on. That's true. The worst part is there's always so many that sometimes they coincide. Like different people that I want to see their lives are on at the same time. So like I find myself like with multiple tabs, and I like try to keep switching back and forth. Um, I could always go and watch one of them on replay, but then in my mind it would be like this eternal struggle of being like, oh well, which one do I watch live, and then which one do I put off for the replay? And does that mean something? Like, do I not want to see that one more? That's my brain. Always. You're natural at this. Well, I don't know about that part. I don't feel like a natural at this, but I'm I'm getting through it. Um, hey, Sanita. Oh, how are you? JB's. I'll be able to go live. You should go live. Unless you have, I mean, other things keeping you from doing that. And then, of course, take care of those important things first. But you definitely should. Um, hey, Christy, Honeybee and Hedgehog Designs. I love that name. I love those combo names. There was this little store in the town I used to live in that was Raven and Moth. And I just thought that was such a cool little name. The store was beautiful, and the things they had were absolutely gorgeous. Not in my price range at the time that I lived there. That I like to go in and look around anyway. High-end boutiques. Um, thanks, Antonio. Um, you watch Fabio for all the wrong reasons. You're married. Um, let's see. Tank probably does have sick moves. Probably show all of us up. Honestly. Ronnie, I try not to take myself too seriously, but that's difficult. If you guys had known me for any amount of time longer than what you have and seen me, like I always take everything slightly too serious, and that's sort of one of my, I guess, character flaws. If I were playing D&D, perhaps. Uh, I put one on my phone, one on my computer, and one on my TV. My hubby thinks I'm insane. Well, I mean, we got to do what we got to do, right? We can't be missing people's lives. I mean, we want to support everybody, right? So I didn't think about that. I guess I could get out the tablet and put one on my phone and on the tablet and have a couple tabs on the computer open on different browsers. Um, you got eyes and interwebs. You're a mess. How are you 2 doing, by the way? Michael staying busy? I know he was working on, like, creating patterns or something, right? Is that what he was doing? Maybe I have that mixed up, but I don't think so. I think that's what I heard. Uh, I like to think of life like spinning on an office chair. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it makes us barf. That's good, though. I think that's pretty accurate, very accurate, actually. Um, hey, Ashley. Ashley, who? Let's see, rectangular wrap shawl. You know, I've thinking about it, because all of the shawls that I've done so far are triangular. So um, there will be a crochet along coming up soon. I'm not going to say any more about that. Not for me, it's somebody else's. But I believe it will be rectangular wrap, possibly. I don't know. But stay tuned. Everybody will learn more about that really soon. For those who don't know already, um, and I will probably do that one. So I'll have at least that one. Um, Lost track after the bag a day blanket. You haven't been paying attention to your husband? Like, do you know where your children are? Like, come on, pay attention. Um, Miss C. Oh, hello. That's right. Everybody better behave. Grandma's here now. So straighten up. Act right. Let's see. Oh, so many comments. Sorry. I don't want to just be sitting here silent reading. So I'm trying to like keep it going. Um, should totally come up here. We could get Starbucks. Get some girl talk. Who, me? Yes, Melinda. See? Um, anyway, I'll show this. I did the little video last night showing. I couldn't stop myself. I know I said I'd wait and take into consideration like stitch suggestions in the comments, but I found myself just going ahead and doing a row of half doubles from the row of doubles that I did. But I promise, I do have some things wrote down from the comment section on that video last night that I'll be using those stitches. Um, Hi, Ivy. It's good to see you. I loved his Tunisian wave stitch tutorial. I want to make my hubby a see you. I loved his Tunisian wave stitch tutorial. I want to make my hubby a sweater with it. Maybe he will wear it if I tell him it's Tunisian crochet. He's Tunisian. Oh, that's cool. See? There you go. I'm one of these days I'm going to get more into Tunisian. I think it's really cool, and I think the stuff that you can make with it is beautiful. But I'm just having so much fun with standard crochet right now and learning stitches, stitch patterns, getting confident with all of that. And then once I feel like I'm at a point where I'm good, like I can then go and, follow along Michael's tutorials because from everything I've heard and the ones that I've watched already preemptively, even though I'm trying not to like get my brain on like a Tunisian place right now. What I've seen, he comes across as a very good teacher, and I think I would be able to follow along with him really well. He's awesome. He's super nice, by the way, too. For anybody who doesn't know, if you're here, you probably know Michael, but if not, awesome person. MD Crochet, you should go and watch his videos if you haven't, and even if you have, go watch him again because I'm sure he wouldn't mind that. I know 91 people. I like guys. Oh, breathe, right? That's you know, breathing is important. Um, let's see. Let's do it. Let me see. She lives close. See if I'm missing stuff in chat, guys. I'm so sorry that I am, but it moves fast and I get sidetracked. Love your channel content. Good luck, and it looks like you're doing great. Thank you, Bunny. That's very nice. We're all doing great. All of us. Every single one of us. Jen lives close. No, she's in Ohio. I'm not too far from Ohio. I, last time I was in Ohio though, it was really just sort of like driving through Ohio. It's been several years ago. I went on a road trip with some friends. We went from Western Kentucky. We went through Tennessee, down into ended up in South Carolina, and then came back up. Went through Virginia, West Virginia, which those mountains in West Virginia, crazy, y'all. Driving through those at night is a little eerie, like big tunnels, big tunnels. I had never been through such long tunnels before. Um, I I have since went back to West Virginia and been able to see the scenery in the daylight. Beautiful, beautiful state. Kentucky's pretty too, but West Virginia is very, very pretty. Um, oh, anyway, squirrel. We went through there, ended up going through Ohio, and that was the last time I was actually in Ohio, and that was 10, 12 years ago, maybe now. I should probably make it back to Ohio sometime. I know a lot of people in Ohio. Stop looking at the room count. Honestly, until people in the chat mention it, I don't even really look at the count, and then somebody mentions a number and I'm like, "Oh, like yeah, it is that many people." So I guess it's good that I don't pay attention to that. Let's see. Yes, crazy mountains. Yes, the mountains there are really, really, really something to behold. Um, and that area of the country is such like a storied area too. The people of that area have been through so much, and the if you take the time and get to talk with some of the people from there, just the whole like Appalachian area, it's like the things and the stories they can tell you, and the things like if they're older that they remember, or the younger people that they know, from their families, the way things were, like such an awesome, awesome, rich heritage there. Anyway, um, let's see. Mountains of Colorado here, still cold. I've been to Colorado. I was still a kid when I was in went through Colorado. We took a big family trip, a road trip out through. We went through Colorado and stuff. We went to Wyoming and spent some time there. It's very nice. We took the different um, path back home though, and we went through uh, Nebraska, and there wasn't a lot there on the highway, at least. It felt like that was the forever stretch of road. I remember I was a kid and I had my Game Boy, and it was still just like my batteries died, and I left the extra pack in the hotel, so I didn't have those, and they wouldn't get me any at a gas station, so I was just like staring out the window at the cows and the oil pumps. See, Scrimshaw Rose. I've always liked that word, Scrimshaw. Antonio. I met a family that lived deep in the Appalachian Mountains, and they still had British accents. And they said everyone on in their town had an accent. It's so secluded. I don't know if they were pulling my leg. I doubt they were. It's That's an interesting part of the country. Like there's some of the families that have just kind of been there, and they keep their own. Like they're big on maintaining the way that they've been. Like change for some of like the people who live down like some of the hollows and stuff, like they just they're happy with the way things are, is the way they know them, and I'm happy with them for that. Like, honestly, I think that's almost maybe an easier way. Like, if you don't get stressed and don't worry about all the outside things, um, you know, 3 major cities and all of them off the interstate. Sounds about right. I used to make it J2. Oh, that's cool. From the clan McCoy. My branch is from Alexander, not Daniel. Oh, well, that's cool. See, I love little things like that. Everybody has such interesting things, and all the time you hear people say like, "Oh, there's nothing really interesting about me." It's like, come on now. Everybody's super interesting. I love hearing about everybody, but I also in college was into sociology and anthropology, so like the study of people and cultures has always been very interesting to me. So I enjoy all those little minute details and little historical things. Scottish accent. See, I didn't know that. That's cool. I grew up surrounded by corn and bean fields. Yay, Midwest. I'm there with you, honestly. I lived in a mid-sized town. I guess we'll call it a mid-sized town. So there wasn't as much of that there. But now where I live is definitely rural farming area, and it is very much soybeans and corn here. And that's what you see. Um, except early spring, unless some of the farmers have winter wheat planted, then you just get to see like fields full of goldenrods, and your allergies and sinuses just make your face explode. So that's that's not fun, but um, that's the big thing here is farming. Yeah, Margaret, I think it would probably be wise to proceed with caution in some of those instances, right? Like, you know, um, I'm in the Appalachian Mountains. Our accent is a mix of Scottish, German, Irish, those who originally populated the area. I've heard that. This has absolutely nothing to do with um, real world Appalachian stuff. But one of my absolute favorite podcasts that I listen to is Old Gods of Appalachia. One of the best things I've ever listened to ever. If you guys have not listened to that and you're into like horror anthology podcasts or like dark storytelling, supernatural stuff mixed with real world, um, oh, what's the word? Uh, like tales and fables and things that focus from an area. If you have not listened to Old Gods of Appalachia, you should really check it out. It's so much fun. It's an awesome listen. And the people who put that together just do an amazing job with it. The writing is awesome. The voice acting is great. Like it's absolutely incredible. So if that's your kind of thing, you should definitely check that out. It's really good. Um, what is Rotary Club? Oh, it's the best thing I've ever done in my life. Like it is literally the one thing that actually finally in my 37 almost 38 years of life makes me feel like I'm grown and that I'm doing something and that I'm a part of something that makes a difference and really helps people. And I could not be more excited to be a part of it. I think that the causes that we work for and the things that we do just really help to make the world a better place. And also, Rotary International is rated in the top five. I think we might be either, I don't remember if we made it to number one or if we're number two on the top listing of charitable organizations for the amount of money that is raised actually going towards the causes that it's raised for. There's very little overhead. The money doesn't, you know, find its way off somewhere else. Like it is. when we raise money or, devote kind of a bearing or a course set on something, it goes to that and we do that thing and we see that it's accomplished. Um, the beard makes me look all grown up. And I've had it now for, oh goodness, I don't know, 3 years, I think. And it just sort of stays this length. I don't really trim it down. I um I watched a thing where they talked about how like beards, I guess everybody's beard has like plateau points, or just like some people, like you see some of the men and their beards are like way down, like to their belly button or whatever. They have like those, ZZ top, or um like Lord of the Rings wizard beards, Um, like not everybody can grow those. Like, and I think this is my beard like shelf point. I think that it just sort of naturally keeps itself, um because it's been this same length for at, I'd say at least a year and a half maybe. You're a good dude, Jay. I try. I'm much better now than what I used to be. When I was younger, I was a mess. But everybody grows up at some time. Um, Rotary Club is business people helping out in the community. Ours raises money to help different charities. Yes, that is very simplistic way to put that. Yes, we are all professionals in our own respective industries, and we come together. Um, uh, we raise money for charitable service projects. We take part in like 2 weeks ago, um, my my club went and we served dinner to the Celebrate Recovery group, which is like, it's like Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, that kind of thing. People who are, trying to get better and do better, and do it in the right way and for the right reasons. And they meet, and different groups and churches and things from the area cycle and provide dinner for those people and their families every week. And so we've now signed on and agreed to do that and help with that. And we also have a really sizable scholarship program for our high school kids here. Um, and now, starting this year, actually, we just decided to take it and move it from uh, taking it, because we were doing like a wide swath of kids, right? And it was easier to get in, but it was like smaller amounts of money for each student. So what we've done now is we've narrowed in our focus on a smaller group of students, but what we're doing is we're providing them money for up to 4 years of their education. So we're carrying them through their bachelor's. And then at that point, if they carry through with that with us and they stay in good standing and they meet the requirements, and they, come and spend a meeting of Rotary with us, like, I think the stipulation we set was like once a year. So one time a year, they have to come and have lunch with us as a club and kind of keep us updated on, how things are going and where we're standing on it. And then at the end of that, that will qualify them to actually apply for the Rotary Peace Fellowship programs. And you can do that without going through this scholarship program. Um, it, so it's open to apply, but all of those little things, if you follow with Rotary programs through and we've helped you do this, it all just looks that much better whenever you do go for that peace fellowship, which is your master's, completely paid. And there's a bunch of colleges internationally that uh, offer those peace fellowship programs. And we do a lot of work with like vaccinations for children around the world. Polio has been a huge driving force uh, for us. And sorry, I've been ignoring chat. I get off on a Rotary tangent. Not meaning to preach all that, but I'm just really passionate about it. It's a wonderful organization. Um, let's see. My husband was a member of our local Lions Club. Lions Club is also a really good one. They paid for my youngest son to get his first pair of hearing aids. Yeah, the Lions Club does a lot of stuff with hearing aids and also visual aid, glasses and things like that for kids, and that's wonderful programs. Absolutely awesome, especially for the hearing aid stuff because those have gotten absolutely ridiculously expensive. And as a hearing impaired person myself, I'm 70%, 30%. Um, so but hearing aids won't help my particular form of hearing loss. Tried to go down that path, but didn't do anything. So, you know, I can hear while I can hear, and when I won't be able to, then I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Um, Antonio, thanks for asking for me. Oh, Jen Reeves, hello, Jen. If I've not said hello to you yet, um, Margaret Terry, do you have any relatives in Kentucky? My ex was related to a bunch of Lathams in Kentucky. Well, I have a lot of relatives. Well, I guess not really a lot. A lot of my family lives in Indiana, but I still have several family members in Kentucky. I'm in Kentucky. So that's sort of cheating, I guess, right? Um, what's your favorite brand of yarn to work with? Ooh. Hello, Tina. Not sure if I'd said hello to you yet. If I have, hello again. um, um, my favorite brand of yarn to work with. Um, well, as I am new to crochet, I've not had the vast experience with several yarn companies like most people have. But I will say that so far, my favorite yarn that I have worked with is uh, Malabrigo Rios. So Malabrigo is my favorite that I've worked with. I would say second though, if you because I know a lot of people don't like the, more premium yarns and they don't want to, pay the prices for those things. My second favorite, which is just I get it at Walmart, is Kobu. Lion Brand and Lion Brand has been like a big source of my favorite. I like the mandalas in pretty much all the colors. I really like it. I have found though with the mandalas when they say that they're a three weight, not all the mandala three weights are made equal. Like these that are behind me are made with mandala cakes, and the Meowth colorway, which is what this is in the bonus bundle, was um, thinner and softer, so easier to work with than, say, like the mandala in the Groot colorway that I'm actually working on the bod shawl along with. It's thicker. I would venture to say it's probably almost a four. It feels like a four to me, but it's not as soft. Um, but yeah, the Kobu with Lion Brand is what I made my mom's top out of that I made, and it was really fun to work with, and I really enjoyed it. It's very soft, and I feel like as soft as it is here, like as you're stitching it, once you get a good bit stitched together, it feels even softer or smoother. It's very like smooth and slick, and has a nice plushiness to it, even on something that's more airy and stuff. It's just really nice yarn. I really enjoyed that, so that will definitely be something that I will buy more of moving forward. I also want to try the Trubu because I see a lot of people using that on a lot of projects, and so I will try that. Um, one yarn I can show you that I found that I just absolutely did not like at all. And it is a novelty yarn. But I got this at the Dollar Tree, the $1.25 store, and this I feels lovely, feels great. I will never use those, and I have three skeins of it. Never use that. I tried making something with it, and it's just unpleasant to work with. If you like it, hey, different strokes, and I'm super thrilled if you do, and it's your cup of tea, but not this fella. Um, I love Kobu. Kobu is great. Um, oh, good night, Dana. Did I miss Dana? Oh, Dana Ballard. Good night, Dana. Rest well. It's good on the hands. True boot is slippery but really soft. Yeah. Um, and I thought because True boot is what I was going to use for her top, and I thought that um, the Walmart that I went to was the one that I had seen True boot in before. But I think I had it switched around backwards because I have two Walmarts within about the same distance of my house, both in different towns from me. But um, I thought that the one that I went to buy the yarn for the top was the one that had the Trubu. I was wrong. I had it mixed up. So I didn't want to drive all the way to the other one, so I ended up with a Kobu. And I'm equally as I'm not upset by that at all. I had a really nice time working with that. Um, and I would and will do it again. I'm actually I do have something else I started with what was left of actually the Kobu that was left over from my mom's. I started a virus shawl. Big surprise. That's my favorite stitch pattern. Um, let's see. I don't like chenille either. I love the feel of it. It feels awesome. I was so excited when I was like, "Oh yeah, well my $1.25 store has, you know, has this yarn." It was the only one they had. They didn't have like any of their other options. They only had like one box that was like the chenille yarn box, and it only had three skeins left in it. And I just bought all three of them that they had left. Um, so I'll be giving that away to somebody. I don't know whether it's on here or somebody in person. Somebody who can put it to use can very much have that because I would have that until I grow old and have no need of yarn anymore. Um, did not enjoy that at all. Um, you just can't make yourself spend the money for Malabrigo. I do like Mandala. Yeah, I get that. I feel that pain because you know $17 a skein. You can get it. Depending on where you order it from or like what your local yarn shop charges for it, but 16 to $18 a skein is pricey. Um, and I'm going to end up having to buy more because I don't have enough to finish this bag, and that's what the bag that I'm working on is made out of. It's the yellow color is the Frank Ochre colorway, and then the this is it variegated? I don't know the mingled color there with the predominant pinks and reds. That is Diana, um, and I have this much little deflated ball of the Frank Ochre left, and I have this much left of the Diana. So it's not going to finish my bag. So I'm going to have to get. Well, I guess I could get a little bit more because I could um, frog out this granny square and have that amount of Diana that would make like a round or two on the bag. But we'll see. I, I do have it in my cart on an online shop, but I was kind of hoping that maybe if I waited a few days, maybe they would have like a coupon, but we'll see. Um, let's see. I heard a lot of acrylic mix yarns that aren't the softest. Anyone have any tips or tricks? Um, apparently, I'm new. I'm just parroting things that I've heard from other people. A lot of the acrylics are rougher and not as fun, and they're more coarse feeling when you're working them up. But after you wash and dry them, and they go through that process, they do soften up a lot. I know a lot of people say that with Red Heart Super Saver, that each time you wash it and it goes through that process, it will soften more and more and becomes really nice. Um, Love your content so far. Thank you for being an inspiration to all. Oh, Heather, that's really sweet. Thank you. I if I inspire somebody, I'm stoked about that. But let me just say that I am continually like inspired to the moon by all of you guys. Like, watching all the stuff you do and listening to everything and, like, reading the even if you're not a content creator and you're in you're just watching live streams or you're watching videos and in the comment sections, you're telling your stories, you're telling, like, your experiences with stuff, and I've been reading everything that I can from everybody, and everybody is just so incredible and so inspiring, and the stories and stuff that everybody has is just fills my heart. It's I love this community. It's been awesome. Um, make a smaller bag. I guess that is an option. I could do that. I I had this vision in my mind though, and I'm one of those people that like I can kind of adapt a little bit, but once I really get set on something, like it's really difficult for me to then alter that. I know that sounds silly coming from a person who I started this bag by making a granny square, and then I had a oopsie on my virus stitches around, and then I was like, "Oh, it wants to be a bag," and then I made it a bag. It sounds like that I could easily just shift what I'm doing, but I don't know. Uh, my brain works in mysterious ways. Um, Soak it in fabric softener for like the acrylics. Is that what we're talking about there? Um, Plus, I think it would make it smell really nice too, right? Um, Made my mom a beautiful shawl with Malabrigo Rios. It's and some of the colorways they have with the Rios, oh, beautiful. I was looking at it the last night actually, um, online, and when I was adding the ones to my cart, just kind of waiting on a coupon, I was looking at some of the colorways, and I'm like, oh my goodness, these are so pretty. I'm like, but I can't just load up like that's you know too much. too many too many nice colors. It's a little too pricey to just load up the cart. Um, you can't work with Red Heart. Oh, and I hear so many people say that they really love Red Heart, but also I think that probably the next uh a step up from that apparently. I don't know because I've not used it. The Premier Basics is a really really good affordable acrylic, and it's a lot softer. I guess I should really get some Premier Basics and see. So you want a good yarn. Anti-pilling is usually very soft. I noticed that at Walmart. I was like feeling. I feel every yarn. Um, but the anti-pilling really did seem to have nice squish to it, and it felt really smooth. And I guess that's part of the process for making it where it doesn't do the pilling, but it was very nice. We're just having a great sale right now, just saying, and they will give free shipping at $75, unlike Hirschner's. Oh, yeah, you know. But I understand companies not doing like some of the free shipping stuff, because shipping has gotten ridiculous, especially if it's like any kind of weight to an item. And I know because I ship items out, and sell things online, shipping has really went through the roof. But if you're a big company, a lot of times you get like contracts, like and price breaks on the amount of shipping that you're doing. So they could probably do a little better on some of the free shipping. But um, Cherry Southerner. Premiere's good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out, Sonia. Is it Sonia or Sonja? Because I feel like I was in a live the other night and somebody asked that question of somebody with that name, and I think it was more of a hard J there, but I don't know if that was you. Um, uh, Gotta go. Catch you later. Bye, Teresa. Have a good evening. Um, oh, Marianne, I'll see you later. Have a good night. Rest well. Hello from Australia. Glad to catch you. Well, I'm glad you're here as well. How are things in Australia? Would you consider learning to dye your own yarn? That was a thought. That a question that I had, but I was like, not yet. Maybe one day. Um, because there's still so much that I'm learning and getting into with just crochet and learning stuff with yarns and techniques and all this stuff. I don't want to like overwhelm. myself um, on it. So I feel like baby steps are probably good. And everybody says I'm already taking much bigger than baby steps in my stuff, but for me, these are baby steps. So maybe ask me that in a month or so, and we'll see if I've changed my song on that. I may have already started dyeing yarn at that point. I don't know, but at this very moment, I don't have like a hard plan laid out for that. Um, and there's so many people that make beautiful yarns, and like I've been enjoying watching their process and like seeing what they create and stuff that, right now I'm happy not, but maybe one day. Hirschner's has good clearance sales though and some good sales. I've heard that. But it seems every time I've checked their site, because I have looked a few times, I catch it between those sales. So it's just like, you know, regular price stuff. Premier Basics, probably my favorite basic yarn. Oh, hey, Sherry. Um, I use wool balls in the dryer with a few drops of essential oils for softness and smell. You know, I thought about that. I was looking at that, and I forget what site I was just on. One of the yarn sites, or well, yarn crochet knitting supply sites I was on. They had the wool balls for the dryer, and I almost put them in a cart, but I didn't. So that may be something I check into as well. Um, oh, you're just bouncing around, Marianne. Okay, well, have fun bouncing. Um, okay, I'm Southern, and I've had so many people ask me to talk, especially because I don't feel like I really have a Southern accent, but I guess nobody really feels like they have an accent. But then, like, I find the further north I go, um, people instantly are just like, "Oh, you're from the South," and I'm like, "Oh, well, I guess maybe I do sound like I don't know." Um, you've already done many rabbit holes. The soap making takes it. Yeah, exactly, Sherry. So like right now, I'm happy with this and like doing this, just focusing on learning crochet and stuff. And I think honestly that my next step with it would be Tunisian. Um, and then maybe after that, maybe like start dabbling in maybe some yarn dyeing stuff. I don't know. Like I said, I don't have that really laid out in a plan, but I'm just sticking with what's making me happy right now, and that's a little crochet hook in my yarn. Um, hey Susan Lawless, how are you? Purple crochet and more with Dreeny. Hey Dreeny. Honestly, thrifting is gold. Hip flea markets, ministry stores. I've found bougie yarns that way. I've heard so many people say that, and I think maybe it's just because the area I live in, I looked and I can't ever find any yarn or crocheting accessories or any like fiber arts like related stuff in any of my things, but I'll keep checking definitely, because and I'm sure when they get stuff it probably goes really quick because, everybody wants the steals and the deals, right? Um, how did your mom like the top you made for her? She really, really liked it. I will have pictures of her wearing it in the morning, so I'll be making a post on here so people can see her in it. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't know if I'll be able to get her to do video, but she did agree to do pictures, so that's a win. Um, you have a mild Southern accent, yeah. I I don't hear it, but I get that. Nobody, everybody just sounds normal to themselves. They don't feel like they have one, and then you know. Um, oh, you grew up with four brothers. I am an only child, so didn't have that. Let's see. Kind of Southern Indiana accent. Um, well, I mean that makes sort of sense. Maybe not the Southern Indiana part, but um, almost all of my family lives in Northern Indiana, and whenever I was little, um, from like right after I was born, um, my parents moved up there with family, and I was there during those formative years. So we moved back to Southern Illinois, Western Kentucky area when I was uh, just getting ready to start kindergarten. So I guess those are really impactful years for children. Those first few years of their life and the way they learn to say things, and they carry those accents with them. So I mean, I guess that sort of fits. Um, I'll go back into this. I believe it was on sale, but I love it. Pretty gloomy day here. Lots of rain. Great to crochet and watch on YouTube. So good to see more guys with podcasts. And I've encountered that, and that's been everybody's thing. And I guess that it gets you the attention. I guess, and that was really unexpected for me. It's still just I don't know. I don't have words to express how just shocking all of this has been, but I'm glad to be here with all of you and sharing a journey together. Um, because it's not about me; it's about all of us, right? And so I want to keep it that way, um, because everybody is just as important as everybody else. So none of that getting too big for my britches here, right? Stay humble, stay level, stay happy. Sometimes thrift stores have tons of yarn, and sometimes they are yarn deserts. Yeah, that's my thrift stores here. Complete barren wastelands when it comes to yarn. Nothing. They had nothing. I'm not getting into yarn at certain places like garage sales and Goodwill. To be correct. Yeah, yeah, I've heard people talking about that. You don't want to bring home those uninvited little creepy crawly guests, right? Um, but and I guess you could do something like when you bring it home, you put it like right in like the deep freeze or something. But I don't know. It's still, that makes me feel some certain kind of way, and I don't really enjoy that line of thought. So I don't know. I'll pass. Um, Got to get ready for work. Good night, everyone. Bye, Jill. Have a good night at work. Um, Michigander. uh, you sound like home to me. Oh, well, thank you, I guess. It's always good to sound like home, right? No matter what that sound is, because home is always where the heart is. Hmm? Um, I'm from New York, 1 hour from New York City. Wow, you're up there. That's pretty close to. That's more city than I think I'd want to be in. Maybe a visit, but at least you're an hour outside of it, so you're not like you're not like in Manhattan or something, right? Um, Everyone is in Indiana, and I'm down here alone in North Carolina. Yeah, but come on, North Carolina is a pretty amazing place. Like I've been there. It's good. It's a really nice place. I'd live there. I almost did. We looked at a lot of property before getting this place, and we looked at some real estate there, and it's really close. I almost put an offer in on a place and backed out and changed my mind. um, Michigan here too, near Flint now, but grew up in the Upper Peninsula. That talking about a beautiful place. The UP, gorgeous, absolutely amazing up there. Super, super beautiful. I spent about 8 months living in Michigan some number of years ago, and took a trip up into the UP. Incredible, absolutely beautiful place. Um, have you gone to the yarn aisle in Hobby Lobby? I love their yarn. Sadly, the Hobby Lobby that was nearest to me um, was part of their um, one of their maybe not, I don't know if it was their last round of store closures, but one of the rounds in recent time was one that was taken out in their store closures. There is one. that's just a little bit farther, but I don't ever go down that way. But I'll have to think about that because I do know that they do have some really nice yarns, and maybe I'll take a little drive down whenever I know that they're doing the yarn sale in store. Um, in Tennessee, but live in Ohio. I'm very close to Tennessee. I'm like on the state line. I'm in Northern California, farmland and vineyards, pretty rural, nearest store for yarn 40 minutes away. That's almost like me. I mean, not with vineyards. We don't have vineyards here. We do have there is a bourbon distillery, but that's not a vineyard. But on the distance wise to get to like a yarn store is at least that long for me, if not closer to an hour from where I live. But um, hello, Darcia, Omaha, Nebraska here. Just had tornadoes came through here last Friday. Crazy weather here. Oh my goodness, I've heard about that. Like some states have been hit really hard with the bad weather lately. I'm hoping that gets better soon, and that all of you and yours made it through unscathed. It's always scary. From the UK. Well, hello, Louise from the UK. Yes, it is gorgeous up there. It's called God's country for a reason. That is very true. It's very, very beautiful. True work of art in nature, that place. Tennille is in Tennessee now. Tennessee is also a nice place. I guess, depending on where you're at in Tennessee. But one thing I have to say about Tennessee is I absolutely think that whatever um, highway or uh, whatever engineer decided on their like highway speed limit changes was maybe drinking on the job or something. Like they change their speed limits every couple of miles, and it's so hard to keep up with, and and they patrol so heavily, and I don't know if they did it intentionally so they could pull more people over or what it is, but it'll go like 25, 45, 65, 35, 45, 65, and you can't keep up with it. It's the craziest thing. I don't know why it's that way, and I've never seen any other state where the speed limits change so frequently going down a highway. It's weird, but whatever. Part of Tennessee's charm, right? Um, the corn mazes. Oh, Tina. Oh, bye, Christy. Uh, have a great night. Thank you. Thank you for stopping in, though. Means a lot, really. Um, Ravina, that's a pretty name. Hello from Virginia. Well, hello from Kentucky. Um, Julie McLean. Hi from Australia. A couple people from Australia in here. That's really awesome. That's really surprising. That's cool though. Um, oh, sweet Christy. Corn mazes. Those are fun. I haven't done a corn maze since I was 15 or 16. I went to one and had a pretty fun time. It was more than anything. It was just my friends and I just sort of acting a fool, but it was fun. I think that's the point of corn mazes, right? Um, He's and her family are in Knoxville, and my dad was from Kingsport, Johnson City area. Oh yeah, I've been through there several times, especially over in Knoxville way because go through there going to like Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge and stuff. My family's favorite little vacation spots. I think a lot of people's favorite vacation spots, but um, let's see, Maine, going to Sanford. Wow. Never been to Maine. I've always wanted to. Some lovely places there too. You know, the U.S. and I know other countries too, but I've only ever been within the continental U.S. Some amazing places here. It is just beautiful. Like, just if you'd like to go drive around and look at scenery, and it's so peaceful in certain places. Beautiful. It's awesome. I don't like driving, but I like being places once I get there. Um, the truckers hated the speed changes the most. I have to mod for Mishi. Oh, is Mishi coming on right now? When does Mishi go live? At 8? Anybody know? I am in Western Kentucky, Darcia. Oh, it's just a members only. Is she doing a public live after, or is it just for members tonight? Hey Dawn, you're in Nevada. Never been over there either. My mother went to Vegas, and it was surprising because that's not her speed of vacation at all. And I was right. Whenever I kind of was like, "Really, Mom, you're going to Vegas?" I was like, "Why?" And when she got back, she was like, "Oh, I absolutely hated it." I was like, "I knew it wasn't your speed thing. Like, she doesn't gamble. She doesn't do anything. She went to a couple shows, but it was just really packed, a lot of people, and she got overwhelmed. Her anxiety was bad." Like, I'm like, "Mom, you knew that wasn't gonna be your thing, like, of course you didn't like it," like, you know? Um, public on Sundays, so just the members live. Okay, okay. Um, well, any of you that are leaving to go to Mishi's members live, thank you so much for coming in. Have fun over there. I would, but I'm doing this, and it's fun getting the practice and getting to talk to everybody, and I'm just super stoked that so many people are in here and talking to me. It's really really cool. Um, you're from Kentucky but live in Georgia now. Uh, I've not ever stayed anywhere in Georgia. I've been through Georgia several times. Um, pretty nice down there. Well, I guess if you count sitting in the Atlanta airport as being like staying in Georgia, I guess I've done that a couple times. Um, that airport is big. It's almost like a city of its own. I crazy. I had never been in an airport that big, but uh, I'm close to Tahoe side, Cali. Used to live in Reno. That's cool. There's a lot of beautiful country out there too, like the desert areas. Like a lot of the that scenery is just so absolutely beautiful. It gets hot though, really hot. I've got a friend. I've had several friends over time that have lived in Arizona, and they tell you like the temperatures and stuff, and it's like, oh no, no, no. Mm-mm. I don't like the heat. Um, Marianne, that's where I'm heading. Have a good night, Joseph. Thank you, Marianne. You're probably already gone over there, but I'm glad you were here. Um, all right, Margaret. You have a good evening. Enjoy the live. Bye, Tank, if you were leaving. Later, Sherry. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you. Snow melting cold and clear for. Hey, Carrie. My goodness. Welcome, welcome. Wow. I'm glad you're here. I didn't get to stay in your live much earlier. I had to go start working, and but I did pop in to make sure to leave my thummies and all the love for your live. You have 82 watching and 136 thumbs. I know, isn't that crazy? Uh, it's like, you know, like, whew, goodness. Um, my heart is full. Thank you guys. It's awesome. Um, just in from Central Texas. Wow. I spent 6 or 8 months in Texas some years back. Um, I was there through the summer. That was a lot of Texas. The summer heat. Wow. Almost fell into a fire ant hill. I'm glad I didn't, but dodged it by like just that far. That would have been awful. Anyway, that was an odd little side story, but yeah, that was my Texas experience. Lots of heat and fire ants. Um, and also snow in winter. The desert temps take getting used to. Yeah, yeah. I've heard, especially at night, the temperature drops can be pretty substantial from what the daytime highs and stuff were. No, you're not late, Carrie. Never late. You're always perfectly on time, no matter what time you get there. Every time is the perfect time for Carrie. I don't like the heat as well. It's hot in Georgia. Yeah, it gets plenty hot here in Kentucky, so I know it gets even warmer like that much farther down. I'm good. Sometimes it gets too hot here, but I deal with it. I homeowner here now, so I don't plan on that changing. Moving stinks. Um, it is my first live, Christy. It is, and I was super super nervous, like starting, and I'm still a little bit, but I've settled in. I've just been enjoying like talking to everybody and responding to their comments, and sort of like getting off on my little side tangents and little odd and end stories. But it's good. Um, in Southwest Arkansas, and it's already humid and 81 already. Whoa. Yarn is headed your way, Carrie, says Meemaw D. Hey, that's always good, right? Like, yarn heading your way is always a positive thing. Like, I need to order some yarn so that I have yarn headed my way. Um, you're doing great. Thank you, Tennille. Thank you. You've been here this whole time. And, those of you who have, you guys are rock stars, like supporting me in this first live thing. Like, yeah, I was in somebody else's live like several days back. Um, and I'm going to be in a couple lives coming up. I will be on Monday evening. I will be on with Shannon from Art Junkie. We'll have a good time. I believe Michael from MDL Crochet will also be on there, uh, so that'll be a really fun time. Um, Live while you're natural. Well, thank you. Um, I still feel like I'm stumbling around, but I'll get it down and become more used to it. And sorry, I look sort of schlubby today too. I worked all day and didn't even really do anything with my hair before I came on. I was just like, I'm gonna try a pop up live, and I had no idea that I have almost 100 people watching me at one point. I did not expect that at all, and it was quick too. Like I started the live, and within just a couple minutes, the number just skyrocketed, and I didn't really know what to do. So I got very overwhelmed in the beginning, but it sort of leveled out and balanced. Um, right? I get so excited for everybody else with their Happy Mail stuff when they get Happy Mail, and just to see how excited they are and like the smile on their face, and you can tell that they just like even the small, any gesture like that, and just the way it like lights people up is just awesome. That's some of my favorite videos to watch. Is like just seeing like how excited people get and like how it touches them to get stuff, especially when it's like a gifts are always fun and stuff. Like they get yarns and like notions, things like that. But like the best ones are like the cards or the letters, where like you can tell that like it it really like strikes an emotional chord and like really touches something. And that's just my favorite thing. It happens to Crystal all the time with their like with the blanket stuff that she's doing right now, and she reads the letters, and you can just see that's my favorite kind of stuff. Just seeing, that impactful, like emotional response to something that's just simple, just a simple kind word. Um, One would never know it was your first live. Well, I feel like I can tell, but thank you for that. But we're all our own worst critics, right? Um, Hey, yarn friends, please keep the Aberdeen's wool family in your thoughts. They are going through a rough time, health scare, and all of that. Oh, wow. I will definitely do that. I did not know. Now I do. I will keep them in my thoughts for sure. That's awful. It's never good to hear that anybody's family and stuff going through tough times, and it happens to all of us. Um, you know, Nobody's immune to that. But yeah, we'll definitely keep them in our thoughts. I hope everything gets better for them. Let's see. You're doing amazing. Please give your email address for Happy Mail. Email address is Moonlit Moth Beauty at outlook.com. It's also that email address is put on my profile page. So if you go to my page, that will be listed, and also my snail mail. The PO box is also listed there. I opened that up because I had people requesting that. I don't know for what reason, but I was like, okay, I'll do that. I was at first I was just going to use my address, and then I realized I was like, wait, Joseph, this like there's too many people, like, and the world is crazy sometimes. So I was like, I can't put my home address on there, so I went and got a PO box because a number of people had asked me for that, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll go do that. I'd never had a PO box before. I mean, I have a PO box, but it was not mine. I have a PO box for I'm chairman of my local recreation and tourism commission, and so I established a PO box for us to receive mail for that. But that's like official city business, so I couldn't use that PO box. So I had to get an additional PO box that's like my personal one, and so so now I guess I have two sort of, but the one is just for city business. So instant pot chicken and rice, yum. Hanging out with girls last night with Ivy and Jen has inspired me to go live and show the YouTube streams my passion for crochet. Yes, awesome. That's exciting. I'm glad. I'm always excited whenever people find that, like, that little spark, like that. It's the small things in life. Like that's great. I'm stoked for you. I'm excited. I'll be watching for more. Um, I think I was there in that live, right? You guys were talking about that. Yeah, that's exciting. Um, let's see. I got behind the comments. Oh, hey, there's Shannon, Art Junkie. I just mentioned you. I don't know how long you've been here, but I was talking about you. Um, you have to be careful, very wise. Yeah, and can't ever be too safe. You know, because craziness exists out there in the world. So it cost me a few dollars to do the PO box, but ultimately it was worth it. And you know, if nothing comes of it and I don't ever get any mail in it, that's fine. At least the avenue was there, and I can use it as a return address, because I have received some orders on some soaps and things. So when I use that, I can do that as like the return address for the safety there as well. So it was worth it, beneficial either way. Um, Michi went on for her scheduled live at 9 p.m. Joseph. She closed it down because everyone was here at your pop up live instead of being at her regularly scheduled program. Oh no! Oh, oh, I that makes me feel bad. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Not intended. Oh, was everybody invisible? Could she not see anybody in there? Oh no. YouTube, there've been so many things pop up, like just little things like that, like YouTube unsubbing people. I've noted in a couple live streams I've saw recently, the actual streamer could not see the comments, so they thought it was like nobody was watching them. So they, you know, eventually those got figured out. Yeah. Oh, I hate that for her though. I love Mishi. And if I wasn't on here doing this, I would have been over there. I'm a member of her channel, and I've been watching that. Um, Hopefully she gets that lined out. How do we order soaps? Well, uh, you can email me at the email address that's on my profile, and inquire. At the moment, I will say that until I make more soaps, all soaps, because of the response I've received, are like out. So I have to like any requests or orders at this point are special orders because I've wiped out on stock of that at the moment. More will be coming. I just have to make that. So if there are things that somebody is wanting, in particular, I can do those, but it will add some time to it because I do have to create those. But she didn't see it yet, I guess. We try not to step on others' toes here in YouTube streets. Yeah, no, not at all. It wasn't my intention. But it was a members only live. It wasn't a public one. So, you know, but I still hate that. Yeah, I hope she comes back on. Like, somebody messaged her and let her know, like, kind of what was going on. And I can totally end here and we can all go over. Well, those of us that are members can go over and jump on her members live because I definitely don't want to take away from that. I didn't even think about that. But if she was having the technical difficulty and couldn't see comments, then that really wasn't. I know, but Bertha, I hate that. I don't want anybody to okay, at 9:15, and not like now or in an hour. 9:15 like Eastern. Hey, Denisha. I, f- I can't help but feel like some people in here might be upset. Like, is that the vibe? Okay, not your fault. Yeah, I just feel bad. Does everybody want to run over to Mishi's and go support her? I've been on for an hour and a half. I want her to have, the love too. See, the happy crochet hooker, she's back online. It wasn't you, it's YouTube. Okay, I just, like, oh, Denisha, yeah. Um, you're, were you the one who got the gifted, when I gifted the membership on Juan's channel? Did that go to you? I think it was you. Um, I'm not a member anywhere. I go watch what I want. Free spirit people can go where they want. She's live now. Yeah, absolutely, guys. If you guys want to go and watch Mishi, I a million percent want you to go and do that. I love Mishi. She's great. I you know, I just don't want anybody upset. I get, I stress and worry about things. She's in again. Mishi is back on take two. I remember, but I want to stay here now. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I didn't want anybody upset. I kind of got the impression that some people come back in here and were upset with me. Um, Good night, Sherry. Good night. Sorry about that, guys. I yeah, I am a member of Mishi's channel. you know, and I would be over there, and I hope she's not upset. I I don't think she would be. She's a super sweet lady. But anyway, guys, we're here and talking. Um, thank you all for being here. Honestly, it's awesome. It's been the craziest, most amazing journey so far for me, and the support from all of you, the best thing ever. Okay, like I can't even express. I don't know, but thank you. Um, oh, doing photos. Well, have fun with your photos. I don't think anyone is upset with you. Please don't worry. I hope not. I hope they're. I really hope they're not. Because that wouldn't be good. I don't want that. Um, I'm gonna my time here. Just keep going till you're ready to end. And I probably will end soon because it's been an hour and 40 minutes. I'm loving it. It's really been a really fun time. Um, we're a close crocheted community. That yes, very much so, very much. And like just the way that everybody like supports everybody, and like, you know, it's just it's refreshing. And yeah, I know that I've heard there's off and on drama. Not here. Don't do the drama. It's not a place for that. Um, but overall, been absolutely incredible and one of the best experiences of my life to this point. And it's all thanks to you guys. You're the reason. It's just awesome. Um, this is great. Been listening while doing stuff. Official hello from upstate New York. I'm still here and having been since your live started. I'm enjoying it. Well, thank you, Rebecca. That's very kind. Yeah, I, Tennille, I think that too. I, she doesn't seem like that kind of person. Um, but all love and light. I, you know, people are people, and we are all entitled to feel how we feel, and it's all valid. And I would never want to take that from anybody. So I just hope that nobody was upset because I don't want, upset. That's not my point or purpose, and I don't ever want it to be. Um, oh, Erica. Well, I'm glad you're here. She's not upset. Good. I hope not. I really hope not because that would break my heart. I love Mishi to pieces. She's so awesome. That's why I'm a member of her page. Like I wouldn't be if I didn't. Um. Oh, later, JB. Have fun getting those kids to bed. I know sometimes it's like wrangling cats, or so I've heard. Um. Maybe she was upset with YouTube and the glitches. That's understandable. I've seen several content creators recently that have been having several issues, and I don't know if it's been like always the case that YouTube has had the glitches and hiccups like that going on, but I know especially it seems like recently they've had several things. I don't know if it's because of like um the cleanup stuff they've been doing because like I've heard so many people talking about like subscriber counts being wonky or losing people all of a sudden because YouTube just unsubs people, even people who were like members of channels. So they're like paying members of channels that just get unsubbed from the people that they're members to. And I think that's the craziest thing. Like, why would YouTube do that? It's just so silly. Yeah, yeah, Scrimshaw. I know she's a beautiful human. She's just super, super nice. Super sweet. Um, people are new at using their software or whatever it is. Yeah, I mean it's possible. And I've noticed that a couple of the creators, a lot of people use like the StreamYard, but I've noticed a couple like trying to switch and like find different companies that are, that same service. Um, I looked at the StreamYard stuff, but I'm one of those people who I get really antsy when like you have to give. that company like full access to your account, and that weirded me out. So I'm like, I, d- I don't know. I was like, a lot of people use it and it seems fine, but my brain, being my brain, it was sort of one of those things of like, I'm not sure, so I just didn't, and I just did the standard live. But AI going rogue on the tube, yeah, I it has to be just you know, I can't imagine that there's like actual like workers sitting there like doing that. It's got to just be like a line of code that's implemented to clear out potential bot accounts or something. And there's probably something off in that data stream that kind of can kick, you know, non-bots or whatever out. So uh right now to go live, I'm just using YouTube. Like I'm not using one of the third party things. Now I did in the first live I was in that wasn't my live. It was like I was just on somebody else's. They sent me a link and I went to StreamYard, but I didn't have to like put my account in. It just put me in as like a guest and I like set my name. But uh thank you, Ronnie. Um but yeah, so I'm just in the standard YouTube live thing right now. Good night, Jolene. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for being here. Thank all you guys. It's been really, really great. Um, I probably will wrap it up though. It's been an hour and 46 minutes. Um, and I my amp thing where I've been so amped up, I'm kind of feeling the effects of it after my day of work now. I kind of like bogged down a bit. Um, but thank you guys for being here, sharing this time with me. Um, and I so look forward to it. If you're not subscribed, you know, click the subscribe. Make sure your thummies, all the things, um, and watch for more content. I have a bunch of things coming that I'll be recording and getting posted soon. And the pictures with my mom and that top that I made, like I said, will be in a post tomorrow. So if that is something you are interested in, do watch out for that. Um, have a good night, Patty. Drive safe if you are headed home from work. Thank you, Carrie. You have a great night as well. Uh, Carmen, thank you for the compliment. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, love all of you guys. Until next time, see you later. Bye.